nice. All right, let's talk about this. Axe, number 10. So Axe has been top 10 in the world for like 7 years straight now. So this is not really a surprise that he's still in the top 10. Insanely consistent performer. And someone that I got to beat, actually. So that was cool. Yeah, he's really good, obviously. Tons of really good wins. No Hungry Box wins, no Armada wins, though, which is pretty big if you're trying to be the best in the world. And I don't think he's beaten Plup even. So it's like he's having a really hard time against the top 3 right now. And even against Mango. Mango's been beating him more recently, I'm pretty sure. Zane, obviously a huge climb from number 22 and breaking into the top 10. That's pretty epic. Tons of good wins. Obviously, Mango, Plup has lost consistently to Mutaking, though. Anyway, yeah, obviously Zane, huge up-and-comer, lots of potential still. Amsa, obviously extremely good, an even bigger jump than Zane. I remember a lot of people were questioning Amsa's skill level. I remember he had that breakout Evo and then like went to Apex and then he kind of fell off for a little bit. I don't know if a lot of people remember that, but for a little bit there, people were just kind of beating Amsa, and it was like, huh. People were beating him Japan. I remember Shippu, right? The Peach, is that his tag? He was beating him really consistently. So was Rudolph with his Fox, and it was just like, dang, maybe this guy isn't really that good. Maybe we just didn't know the Yoshi matchup. And Amsa just comes clapping back and destroys everybody, and even takes a set off of Hungry Box, which is insanely hard. Which is pretty bonkers, dude. Wizrobe, number 7. Again, like all these people are just insanely consistent. Wizrobe, did he take a tournament over Hungry Box? I feel like he took a tournament over Hungry Box. I know that he's taken at least one set. He's beaten Zane, I think, the last 2 times they played, which is pretty huge too. Had a pretty good streak there against Amsa, who was top 10 previously too. Beat Axe and SFAT. It's like, obviously, if you're beating Amsa, Zane, Axe, and SFAT really consistently, then it's like you're probably going to be ranked above them, along with getting Hungry Box wins. Never beaten Armada, also never beaten Mango. Mango and him have come close in the past, but it's tough, man. It's obviously tough. Does he ever beat Plup? I don't think he beats Plup either, but that's why Plup is number 2. So, moving on, this actually was really sad to me. I thought that Mango was going to be number 5, but they did talk about how Mango was the only part of the top 6 that hadn't won a major tournament this year, which is really sad. Also with a pair of 7th place finishes at Smash Summit 6 and Smash and Splash 4, which is, that's a sad one right there. Kind of sad too, because he's been only going Falco really, and this was kind of like the first dip we saw is him really only playing Falco, even though I feel like some of his peaks with Falco have been extremely high. Obviously beating HBox and Armada at Summit was a very high point. Yeah, man, Mango, obviously tons of potential, huge peaks, just a couple questionable losses to people like Army and stuff like that. Not really able to take sets off the rest of the top 5. Like here you see, besides Armada, who he's 1-0 against in this ranking period thanks to Summit, Mango is only down 1 set to each of the other members of the top 6. But he is really close to just being... He could be number 4 if he just won. He had 1 or 2 more good tournament results, you know? Mutaking won Summit. There's not a ton to say here. One of the people who is able to beat Plup. I don't know if he has any Hungry Box sets this year. I don't think that he did. So losses to Plup is part of his 0-4 record for the year. Maybe he didn't beat Plup this year. But they've always had really good sets. Yeah, maybe he hasn't beaten him this year, but a very consistent year for Mutaking, and winning Summit was really big too. The reason I didn't think that Mutaking was going to be ranked 5, I thought Mango was going to be ranked 5. The reason I noticed that Mutaking, or I thought that Mutaking was being ranked 6, is because at Summit his bracket path wasn't like insane. He beat like Armada twice, which is really, really good. Beat Zane, lost to Plup in pools, and that was kinda it, right? Leffen, oh yeah, he beat Leffen too, which is like, yeah, which is good, obviously. But Leffen, number 4, happy to see that. Happy to see that he's back. Had a good Genesis, won Flatiron over Axe, I think. Was it Flatiron? I want to say. Let me scroll back up to Axe. Did I mention it here? Flatiron, yeah, you got 2nd. Yep. But Leffen, obviously extremely talented. back in the fray, just took that set off of Hungrybox. I don't think that actually counted for this ranking period, but has consistently taken sets off of Armada, which is huge. I think he's kind of had the upper hand for the last few sets, if I recall correctly, and has also beaten Mango quite a few times in the recent past. I'm pretty sure that Mango and them traded sets at Full Bloom, if I recall correctly, but man, some really good sets. I wonder what his head-to-head is against Plup. I don't really know. And he did destroy Zane at Full Bloom, which is really good. Alright, Armada number 3. This is insane. We have not seen Armada outside of the top 2 in a minute, I feel like. I don't know. I could be wrong about that, but I'm just so used to... I still feel like we're in the Armada era. You guys remember when Armada just won everything? He entered one tournament like every 2 months. So you just come win. And it was like, oh my god. Literally, Melee's so boring. This guy just wins everything. He's so boring. Oh man. Every set is H-Box Armada, and Armada just wins every single time, and it's just so boring. And now he's number 3 with, what was it, 2 losses to Plup, I want to say? If not 2 losses, then 1. Maybe 3. But some sets won against Hungrybox, which is really good. Highlighting the Summit 6 set where he won that after a few losses in a row, if I recall correctly. Also having a really good head-to-head on Mango, although losing at Summit. I don't know what was the 6-month period. I know that he has at least beaten Mango. Beats Zane very consistently. I feel like Zane has a really hard time against Armada. Left is actually up on Armada. Yeah, I said that when I was talking about Left. Yeah. Plup really is the new Mango, maybe. Armada is down versus MTK and Leffen only. That's insane. That's crazy. But Plup, this is what probably the most exciting part of this whole list is Plup, which is absolutely insane. First to Genesis, second, all to Hungrybox, I want to say. Wins over Armada. Right, at Genesis, notably. Wins over Hungrybox, probably. He plays Hungrybox, I feel like, more consistently than other people, but beats Hungrybox, like, oh, what is it, like 30% of the time or something? I really don't know. But his only real questionable loss was to Zane that happened at Summit. Other than that, a very, very consistent last 6 months. We're kind of seeing a transition with him. He switched from Samus to Sheik in 2015. Or was it 2016? One of the two. And it was kind of questionable. Then Sheik became one of the top 5 best players in the world, and then we see it with his Fox too. His Fox is incredibly good, and he's probably going to be using that for more and more matchups as we see it go on. He did lose a set to Gatsu as Fox at a local recently. I don't know how you value that. I almost don't value that at all. But thank you for bringing that to my attention. I didn't know that. 9 different mains in the top 10. I do think that's awesome, and it shows how actually diverse Melee is. Wow. So, nothing much to say about this. Hungrybox is the best player in the world. First at Full Bloom. Get on my level, CEO and EGLX. The only disappointing finish was really Summit, where he lost to Mango and Armada. Well, who did he even... He lost to Amsa at that tournament, too. Amsa, Mango, and Armada. So those are like the 3 questionable losses and a few losses to Pleb that he's had. But other than that, picture-perfect consistency. And a great competitor. So, yeah. That's the list of the top 10. Pretty exciting stuff, though, honestly. I'd say that my favorite parts of the list are Plup at number 2, Leffen at number 4, and Amsa at number 8. That's all incredibly exciting. I think for Melee specifically, like, it's really, really cool. We haven't seen a Yoshi in top 10. That's absolutely insane. Plup number 2, like, breaking into top 10 is hard. Breaking into top 5 is incredibly difficult, and then breaking into top 2 is like just stupid. So for this even to be possible is just absolutely insane. And then I'm happy to see that Leffen has started doing well again. But that's the list, guys.